from American companies or not.
Jessica Tai, WTMJ News.
The 57th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade will feature some of Milwaukee's finest Irish dancer. 8-year-old Rosie dances for McNamara McCarthy School of Irish Dance.
I'm Irish dancing for St. Patrick's Day. I love going everywhere and seeing everybody dance and cheer on my friends. I'm going to dance at my school so I can show all my friends how hard I've been working.
The parade kicks off today at noon. Sports, traffic, weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 9:05.
If you're a woman looking to take control of your financial future, you are not alone. Women are leading the way in business and managing household finances, but challenges still exist. That's why NX Wealth Management presents the Women in Wealth series every third Thursday. It'll empower you with knowledge and resources to succeed. Join us for collaborative discussions, community building, and learn about key areas of financial planning. Women in Wealth events are free every third Thursday. Sign up at annexwealth.com/events and bring a friend.
Finally home. Oh, God, what's wrong?
I'm tired of this old, beaten down, ugly garage door.
All right, it's not that bad.
Really? It's so old.
Yeah?
And it breaks all the time.
Okay, yeah, I hear you.
It's dirty. It's loud. It doesn't even close.
Give your old garage door new life. Get a new garage door from Lifetime Door Company. Register to win a free door plus free installation at WTMJ.com.
Doesn't even close, and the track is dented.
Okay, you've made your point.
Look at the windows. They're busted.
Your European experts at Fox World Travel are ramping up and busy as ever. With the trending spring and summer European travel season, Fox European experts mean you can maximize your time soaking up the warm weather, blooming flowers, and vibrant landscapes without worrying about your travel or missing a moment. Port hop along the Mediterranean with Celebrity or Holland America, or design your own bucket list adventure with Globus. Visit us online or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. Your European immersion awaits.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all Sports Desk. It's going to be another sunny day at Cactus League Baseball as the Milwaukee Brewers look to secure a win today in Arizona against the Athletics at American Family Fields of Phoenix today at 3 o'clock. And the Milwaukee Bucks hope to win later tonight at home as they take on the Indiana Pacers from Pfizer Forum. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock. And the Marquette Golden Eagles fell short to beat St. John's in the Big East tournament, losing 79-63. And in Badgers news, number 5 Wisconsin takes on the number 1 Michigan State men's basketball team in their Big Ten tournament semifinals. Tip-off is at noon today. Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Sign Unlimited, Siding, and a whole lot more. Take a look at your roads at your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic. We have no major incidents on the road at this time, so it should be a smooth drive this morning.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Saturday is going to be partly cloudy and very windy with some isolated showers with a high of 61 degrees. Tonight's going to be mostly cloudy with some snow showers late in the evening with a low of 32 degrees. Sunday we'll get some morning snow showers. It'll be breezy and cool with a high of 39 degrees. Monday's going to be partly cloudy and breezy with a high of 54 degrees. Tuesday's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 56 degrees. And Wednesday we could get a chance for some rain. It'll be breezy and rain to snow will take place at night with a high of 47 degrees. Right now in Madison it's 55 degrees. In Green Bay it is 55 degrees. In Waukesha it is 57 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it is 53 degrees. I'm Sean Verinda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:08.
The following program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands. Need a vacation? Whether it's the trip of a lifetime or a weekend getaway, we can help. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day.
March 15th, Rose Gray in studio. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I went down a rabbit hole this morning. Do you ever do that?
you know, beware the Ides of March.
Yeah.
Is March 15th. It's the
Right.
day that Caesar was murdered.
Okay.
By what we think is Brutus. Remember that whole story?
Yes.
Okay, so I went down that rabbit hole.
I'm just wondering where this is leading.
And this is what happens to me when I have a 4 a.m. wake up call and I'm like start going down rabbit holes. So there's all kinds of myths about the Ides of March.
Okay.
But Wisconsin Avenue is booming already.
Already?
Already.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. The parade's at noon and then the bar crawl at 1. So what, are people lining up to try to get their spot? Is that what's
just
happening?
a lot of, the parking is all blocked off already.
Sure.
And so there's people looking for parking
the floats
spots.
getting lined
Yep.
up.
So that'll be happening around 10. So beware the parade of downtown Milwaukee, I guess.
Crazy. All right. So a big announcement this week that everybody's kind of mumbling about and trying to figure out. Why don't you lead us into that?
Exactly. So what I want to do is I want to give the text line.
Okay.
855-616-1620. 855-616-1620. Because if you do text FWT, Fox World Travel, FWT, you will get a link that will send you to the featured deals of Europe and beyond, which I like. But I also want to use that text line for this. The next topic. So Southwest Airlines announced, I think it was Friday, maybe Thursday.
It was just yesterday I saw it.
That starting for any tickets purchased after May 28th, there will no longer be 2 free checked bags.
Yeah.
The world the world of airline travelers went crazy, including me. Many of you know I am not a big fan of Southwest Airline for one reason. That's their seating situation.
Right.
I'm about to board a plane to Phoenix, Arizona this afternoon at 1:50 p.m. on that exact airline.
Okay.
I paid the early bird check-in, so I got a pretty decent spot. But you just flew them. Did you pay the early bird check-in?
We did on one way, but not the other.
And why is that?
Because I don't know why.
Okay.
My wife did all that. I don't know why she chose to do it that way.
All right. Well, I'd be interested to know because I always will. However, now with the not 2 checked free bags because I'm taking golf clubs along, this is going to be a dilemma. So I would love to know what the listeners think about this latest change with Southwest Airlines. Will it sway you away from Southwest Airlines? Will you look at other carriers now differently when you're doing your comparison because you're going to be paying for bags on both of all of them? So what do you think? That's what I'd like to know.
That's the topic?
That's the topic. So FWT if you want the Europe deals and beyond. And just let me know. We'll read some of your texts about I'm absolutely not digging this at all.
I just flew them last weekend, so I'll talk through that experience as well.
Yeah.
So Southwest, what are your thoughts?
Yep. And then we can go a little deeper dive into what's going on. It's not just about the free bags. They're also going to introduce something called a basic economy fare, just like all the other carriers do. And I want to give the listeners a word of caution.
All right. When we come back, you'll hear all that and more. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano talking with Dr. Mike Nolte at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Doc, a lot of people are hesitant to visit a surgeon for spine care.
The good news is that the vast majority of patients that I see and the majority of conditions that I can see can be successfully treated without surgery. And I don't want patients to think that just because you're seeing a spine surgeon means that you're going to be signing up for surgery. We talk about, in my clinic, kind of a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C.
Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. orthowisconsin.com.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Pastor Tim Butker here, inviting you to join us each week for Christian Crusaders. The Bible tells the greatest story ever told, one of hope, redemption, and new life. As we journey through a Bible overview and head towards Easter, we remember the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who conquered sin and the grave for us all. Grow in faith with us as we open the all-powerful Word of God. Tune in Sundays at 6 a.m. on WTMJ.
Hi folks, this is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. At BBC, we sell all the top brands of lights and ceiling fans, such as Visual Comfort, Tech, Schoenbeck Crystal, and hundreds more. We get every brand, and our prices are the lowest. I guarantee it. In our award-winning showroom, you'll also find factory closeouts with lights and fans priced well below their original cost. If it's lampshades or repairs you need, we do all that too. There's something for everyone at BBC, including fun for the kids and our famous free popcorn. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 4, and located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's, near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Good morning, Dayton. Kane here with Rose Gray. High wind warning until noon today. The parade is getting set up, so I wonder how they're dealing with that if it's really windy out there.
I don't know. I'm hoping my flights are not affected either. So I have to tell you this. Southwest Airlines is very, very headquartered in Dallas.
Okay.
And Dallas Love Field is their main airport as opposed to DFW, right? So they did a funny little twist on things as people were starting to share their disapproval of the new check bags on Southwest Airlines. They had a Facebook post that said, "Hey, it's not like we traded Luka." So if you're a basketball fan, the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic, and everybody was up in arms. Hey, it's not like we traded Luka. Pretty funny, I thought.
That is funny.
But we also want to talk about this. So just like all the other major carriers, and that basically refers to United American Delta. That's what I mean when I say the major carriers. They are going to introduce a new basic economy fare with Southwest Airlines. And I caution you, as I've cautioned the fans of Fox World Travel and WTMJ forever, when the major carriers introduced a basic economy fare, stay away from it. Unless you're willing to be stuck with the ticket you've got with absolutely no opportunity to change it.
Okay.
And you're willing to have no seat assignment on the other carriers. Of course, that doesn't apply to Southwest Airlines. Right. And now with the basic economy fare that they're going to be rolling out, your flight credit would be valid for 12 months if you canceled an airline ticket with Southwest Airlines. The basic economy will be good for 6 months.
Okay,
so
there are
just
things
caution,
to be aware of.
Caution. And as we're reading the text, a lot of the texts are saying the same thing. I base my decision on nonstop flights and second on the total price. Another one said they haven't announced the prices of the bags yet. So are they going to be competitive with the other major carriers? Mainly travel Southwest domestically. However, with the changes they're making, that could change. It will require more investigating when I go to book airline tickets.
Yeah, and a lot more carry-on bags coming on for storage space, too, that people are going to try to get in and sneak in. And
Exactly, all of the above. So if you have any more feeling about that, I'd love to continue to read them. There'll be a lot more carry-ons, and we're seeing some more texts about that. So how do you feel about the new changes at Southwest Airlines? Will this impact your decisions as you're looking to fly out of Mitchell Field?
You're definitely going to have to be aware that the carry-on you're bringing on is actually a carry-on, because if suddenly it's being put underneath, you're getting charged for it.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. So there's a lot going on. And they also are going to go to a business class scenario. That they announced several months ago, and we're waiting to get more information on that as well. So lots going on, and it's always interesting.
Yeah, the other thing, we did Southwest when we went to Las Vegas last week, and we got the early bird or whatever it's called. You have to, like, the minute that you can get your ticket registered, you got to check in.
Right, but I don't on early bird check-in. When you have early bird check-in, you are automatically checked in by the airline.
Okay, that's what that means. So that's why we had to do it the one way, but we only had it for one way for some reason. So at 10 o'clock the day before.
Right.
My wife had to go on and get our seats, and that was because we didn't have the early bird check-in on that.
Right. So you're not actually getting seats, you're getting a position in line. They line you up like a third grader.
Right.
It's like row A, row B, row C. And I know I'm going to get some people that are going to say, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
If it's a good fare, I don't care. But
I just wish they gave you more space, because now you've got 10 people all with bags trying to fit into like a 4x4 square. Like, could you extend this somehow and give us more room to line up?
But
if
you're an airline and now you are responsible to shareholders, because now an equity firm owns Southwest Airlines, you got to make more money. How do you make more money? More butts in seats. How do you get more butts in seats? Give them more seats. So you squish those rows together so that you can get
I'm
more.
not even talking about that. I'm just talking lining up, trying to get into the plane. You line up and they're like, you're packed on top of each other. Like, if COVID's here, we're all dead. Like, it was crazy.
It wasn't that much fun.
No.
So we can keep talking about that, but there's more going on, as a matter of fact. We really do want to mention a couple of tips for people who are doing spring break travel. Just be aware of the airports are going to be packed the next 3 weeks, and then probably well into April, because Easter's so late this year. So, as my good friend Debbie Laziga likes to say, pack your patience, and kindness will get you so much further than the alternative.
And you're flying out?
Yeah.
During all of this?
Yeah, I am. So we're going to spring training. I loved listening to your last segment, because as you talk to Eric Brown, you get to that feeling of how much the passion he has for baseball. Yes. That is what is in my family as well. I live a block away from one of the community ballparks. And if I see the lights on in the summer, I don't care if it's the third grade softball girls playing, I'm going to go over there and see who's playing baseball. So we'll be going to 4 games and doing a lot of golfing. And 8 of the people are out there now. 4 more are arriving today. Then my family comes the second week. So we've got a lot going on. We can answer any spring training questions you've got. I hear Woodruff is going to start pitching again, so I'm pretty excited about that. And any other calls you might have about tips to get to the airport, tips to park. I've got my parking all arranged already, so I do that in advance as well. So I'm not one of those people that is not my worst client. I am my best client, as a matter of fact.
All right. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ talking text line, 855-616-1620. We're going to take a break. More of your calls and texts when we get back on the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Planning a getaway? Reserve a parking space that includes superior service and value. Exec Park is the only local family-owned valet parking serving travelers using Mitchell Field for over 42 years. Exec Park has an even greater deal for a limited time just for WTMJ fans. It's just $8.50 a day with cash payment when you mention WTMJ. To get terrific valet parking at this amazing rate, make your required parking reservation today. Call 414-747-1000 or visit execpark.com and tell them you're a fan of WTMJ.
You only get one chance to make a first impression, and that goes double for your home listing, because that's how you're going to get the most value. By having a customized marketing plan specific to your property with professional photos, global marketing, and the built-in experience that Century 21 Benefit Realty has brought to the table since 2004. And being joined with Century 21 just makes all of the above stand out that much more. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms, memory care issues. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. I've been in their places. I love how they deal with people. It's about compassion and empathy at Azura. Kindness is at their core. 14 locations from the Mississippi to Lake Michigan, 4 here in the Milwaukee area. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's about kindness and care. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
This is Libby Collins. This week on WTMJ Conversations, we talk with Larry Lynn, the godfather of Milwaukee rock and roll.
How would somebody not know what a skunk smells like? And I thought, this would be a great name. People will never forget it. And there was 2 ladies that were beauticians that I knew. I says, could you guys dye our hair black and with 2 bleach stripes in it?
WTMJ Conversations, Sunday mornings at 11 on WTMJ. Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Thank you for joining us. Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray. 16 days away from opening day at American Family Field.
Now, I'm going to go to American Family Field tomorrow, but it's in Phoenix.
Brewers and Royals kicking that off on March 31st. So you're going to see the precursor to all of this.
Again, if you are a baseball lover, but even a casual fan, if you've never been to spring training, I highly recommend it. It is an experience like no other. You feel like you're at a high school game, except you're watching your heroes.
Nice.
So you're up close and personal. I've told the story many times. I had the opportunity one time to sit right next to Mark Antanasio and Gord Ash, which was just amazing to me, yes. You'll see people walking around, and they are friendly. The concessions are insane. Like, wow, so many choices, so many good things to eat and drink and all of that. Speaking of eating and drinking, I do want to highlight the Brews and Views Oktoberfest Germany to Austria trip that we've got going on in September. Remember, I had told you that we had a limited number of seats at a table.
Yes.
And we've gotten an extension on that. So if you've ever wanted to go to Oktoberfest, but you were hesitant, I completely understand why, because you didn't know how to get tickets and you were afraid you were going to get shoved around in a big, gigantic fairground-like atmosphere.
Sure.
Yes, you would. But if you're prepared for it, as we are, and we've got a reservation, you will absolutely love this. And this is Berlin and Munich and Oktoberfest and the BMW factory and Salzburg and Berchtesgaden, where Hitler's Eagle's Nest is, and you end up in Vienna, which is one of the most wonderful cities of all. So that's happening in September 24th to October 5th. It's Brews and Views, Oktoberfest Germany to Austria. And you can find that kind of information at the website, foxworldtravel.com. Go to Vacation Travel. Under Vacation Travel, you'll find Group Travel, and there you'll find Fox Group Vacations. And I remind everybody that our offices and our phone lines are open Saturdays currently, 9 to noon. So if you want more information on that fascinating Poland Irish adventure, which is going in May, a couple of river cruises we've got going on right now. And again, take a look at the Christmas markets. That's a big thing, and that doesn't happen until December, so you've got a little time to plan that. And I know we're going to get some questions about, very soon, we're going to get some questions about when is our 26 when our 26 group's going to come up. We're this close, people. We're absolutely this close, and there are such exciting things coming out for 26. You will want to wait to find out.
All right, let's take a call at 855-616-1620. Dave in Milwaukee, good morning. What's your question?
Hello, this is actually his wife Ginger. Now I took the phone.
Gotcha.
And I'm interested in Swiss rail travel, and I've been looking just to see what's out there on the internet at the different companies. And I'm wondering if Rose had any suggestions, if any of the companies are not really quality, or the ones that I can't afford, the really expensive ones like Kensington and that. But I've been looking at Vacations by Rail Bookers, and I think it was Audley or Audrey Travel. Are any of those not really good quality or bad experiences that people have experienced?
So, Ginger, this is my question. Are you looking just to book the rail components like the Glacier Express and the Bernina Express and the Golden Pass, or are you looking for a whole experience? I am looking for a
little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit more, because we're of an age where we don't want to be schlepping our suitcases between all the different trains.
Understand.
So kind of the whole experience.
Understand. So what time of the year are you hoping to accomplish this?
Fall.
Okay. So what I might suggest is, first of all, I would start working with one of our travel advisors. We've got travel advisors that are knowledgeable in that particular area. Also, I do want to point out to you that we do actually have a Swiss trip
that we're offering with our group team. Let me just see if I can find that on the website really quickly. It's called, it's in June though. But what you might want to do is take a look at that itinerary. It's June 13th to June 22nd of this year. So just exactly what I said, foxworldtravel.com, go to group travel, go to Fox Group Vacations, find that Switzerland Alpine Charm itinerary. Take a look at it. It's very rail focused. And you can see who's doing that one. That particular trip we're actually doing with a company called Trafalgar. And then you can see if you can match that up. Another good company is Globus Family of Brands. Another great company is Insight Vacations. But I think if you work with one of our advisors, they'll hone in a little bit more on your dates and your specific needs and wants and be able to kind of help you customize something that still is in that group concept. And you can do that by calling 866-GO-FOX-GO, or after you're done going to our website, in the right-hand corner, it'll say plan your trip. Just give the information on that form, and one of our leadership teams goes through those throughout the weekend and onto Monday, and then somebody with experience will reach out to you.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right,
Ginger.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for calling. 855-616-1620, deciding unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. We have a lot of text to get to when we come back. It is a Fox World Travel Show. Let's go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Sean Brinda. Good morning, Sean.
Thanks, Dayton. A Milwaukee police officer is facing federal charges for using his position in law enforcement to aid a convicted felon. Jawan Madlock is accused of using police databases to provide confidential information to known members of the Burleigh Zoo family, a violent local street gang, including addresses of rival gang members. MPD says Madlock has resigned from District 6 and that they are fully cooperating with the FBI investigation. And one person is in the hospital after a chemical spill in Wanakee. The spill was reported just after 1:30 a.m. Friday morning near Unique Drive and Ramish Road. Chemicals started leaking after they came into contact with the bumper of a trailer, creating toxic fumes and heat around 115 degrees. The spill has been contained and there is no danger to the public at this time, but the Mass and Fire Hazard Incident Team set up a 300-foot safety parameter as the investigation continues. And while Trowbridge Elementary reopened on Friday for students and staff, 3 more Milwaukee public schools are closing temporarily for unsafe lead dust levels. Closures for Starnes Early Childhood Center, Fernwood Montessori, and La Follette School mean those students are relocating starting Monday while cleaning and lead dust testing continues. Students at Starnes Early Childhood Center will temporarily move to Starnes Discovery Learning Center. Those at Fernwood Montessori will move to Andrew Douglas Middle School, and students at La Follette School will relocate to the Wisconsin Conservatory of Lifelong Learning. 7 more schools are being investigated by the Milwaukee Health Department for lead dust. You can see the full list of schools on our website, WTMJ.com. Take a look at your roads for your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving time saver traffic. You have no major incidents out on the road at this time, so you should have a smooth drive this morning, Milwaukee. Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Saturday, it's going to be partly cloudy and very windy with isolated showers with a high of 61 degrees. Tonight's going to be mostly cloudy with some snow showers coming in late in the evening with a low of 32 degrees. Sunday, we'll get some morning snow showers. It'll be breezy and cool with a high of 39 degrees. Monday, we'll get some partly cloudy skies. It'll be breezy with a high of 54 degrees. Tuesday's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 56 degrees. Wednesday, we'll see a chance for some rain and breezy skies, and we'll get some rain to snow at night with a high of 47 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 55. In Green Bay, it's 55. In Waukesha, it's 57. And in Milwaukee, it's 53 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 9:32.
Wisconsin's Morning News is here for you every weekday morning starting at 6 a.m. Vince Petrano.
President Trump's 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum take effect today.
Eric Billstad.
A teenager from Waukesha County arrested in Kansas has now been booked into the Waukesha County Jail.
And traffic with Debbie Lozica.
South of Paradise Drive. It's kind of a parking lot right through there. It's very, very slow.
The news you need to know. Wisconsin's Morning News on WTMJ.
You're going to get a free furnace from Quality. No gimmick. You'll get a free furnace. This is Anthony Zanevsky. All you have to do is purchase a heat pump from Quality, and you'll get a free furnace. And this heat pump is not only going to give you 2 sources of heat and a backup, but also the heat pump will act as an AC system to cool your home as well. It's extremely efficient. I have a heat pump in my own home, and this I know. your heat pump will cut your energy bills substantially. You'll be getting a top-of-the-line heat pump system and a free furnace. And you'll save thousands plus qualifying government incentives. So now, through March 31st, you'll get a heck of a deal from Quality. This is the only time of the year we can do this. So call Quality and let's get you taken care of. Get your free furnace and upgrade your home's HVAC system to absolute max efficiency. Buy a heat pump from Quality and you'll get a free furnace through March 31st.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Tune in on Sundays at 10 a.m. for the AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show. Join AccuNet's Brian and David Wickert for the most up-to-date information on mortgage trends, along with timely news on the real estate market. The housing market is in flux, but the national headlines don't often fit local market conditions. Find out what's really happening on the front lines of real estate and mortgage financing in Wisconsin and make better decisions by tuning in every Sunday at 10 a.m. The AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show with Brian and David Wickert on WTMJ.
Gotta get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Good morning, Dayton here with Rose Gray, getting into the mood for St. Patty's Day weekend. Of course, that happens on Monday, but most of the big festivities are happening today. So get out and put on your green shirts and enjoy it.
And drink some green beer and then have a green tongue.
Ooh, no, I'm good there. Thank you, though. Thanks for. Okay, so a couple of fun ones came in here. We were talking about going to spring training, and tomorrow's game's live on TV Channel 6, so we may say Rose out there.
I'm going to look for cameras and wave.
And then somebody else says they're going to be out there as well, and maybe they'll see you live out there, but what else should they be looking to do while they're out there?
So much to do. If you're an outdoor person, hiking Camelback Mountain is on everybody's bucket list type thing. Superstition Mountain is also fun. Old Town Scottsdale, really fun, kitschy little place, kitschy little food places, kitschy little, boutiques and shops and that kind of thing. There's Arizona trails to be hiked all over the place. The kids are coming the second week that we're there. We're actually thinking about going back to the Phoenix Zoo. We have a lovely zoo here, but it's just as lovely in a different way, I guess I would say that. Botanical Gardens. I've been to a couple of events at the Botanical Gardens there. They're absolutely beautiful. And then going up to Sedona. If you've got a day to dedicate to it, going up there is just really, really fun. I really love it. We don't always do it because we've done it a couple of times, and I don't know that we have to, but it keeps growing and growing and that kind of thing. People ask me all the time about what about going all the way up to Grand Canyon? It's a drive, first of all, and it could still snow. Remember, it was like 54 degrees at yesterday's baseball game. So it's not always super duper warm there. But there's hot air ballooning, and there's you can rent ATVs, and you can rent Jeeps, and you can rent all kinds of fun stuff. So much stuff to do. And I also love going to different ballparks. We don't just go to American Family Field. We find out where else the Brewers are playing in the Cactus League, and we go to some of the other parks.
So a bunch of the teams have spots down there.
Absolutely. So the Cactus League is down there. Talking Stick is one of my favorite places, and that's where the Rockies and the Diamondbacks share that facility. Okay. So we'll go there. We went to see the Royals at their facility last year in Surprise. So lots of that stuff. So just that kind of fun stuff. It's just, and it turns out there's some Lego thing going on next week. So my two of my grandkids are thrilled.
Nice. Before we get into more text, what happens if we text FWT to 855-616-1620?
That's an excellent question, and I will answer that. You are going to get a link to what is called Deals to Europe and Beyond. So it's going to have all of the partners that we've got current deals going on with right now, save money off, get shipboard credits, that kind of a thing. And there are also some last-minute warm weather destination type things going on there as well. So it just gives you the link, and then you're there.
Okay, perfect. 855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Just double checking. If we're going to Hawaii, is there any reason we would need a passport? We don't think so. I think the answer is it depends.
Yeah, so here's this. Interestingly enough, I just had this conversation with my spouse as I was leaving today because I'm meeting him later to drive together to the airport. He said, are we taking passports? I personally take my passport every time I fly, simply because What if my company says, hey, somebody from Fox World Travel is in a foreign country right now and has an emergency. We need to send you to jump on that group that person is leaving.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense for you.
I'm
Yeah.
there. The other thing is, some people do enjoy going to Mexico from Arizona. You cross the border, Nogales, or there's a couple other places because they like bartering and they like shopping and they want to do that kind of a thing. The other thing is, I guess, I feel like I should get more information about the Hawaii question, because if you're going to Hawaii on a cruise and you're leaving from the West Coast, okay, not NCL where you're just going around the islands, you have to touch an international port because those ships are not flagged U.S. ships. So you're either going to touch Fanning Island, probably coming back or going, or Ensenada off of California, because that's just a law. You won't get into, remember the Jones Act.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Wouldn't this also depend on if it's before or after May and whether you have real ID?
Well, that's exactly right, too. And thank you for bringing that up, because I am going to continue to say this until the deadline, which is May 7th. If you don't have real ID, that is the star in the corner of your driver's license, you are going to be. Now, I was told by somebody, they're not going to absolutely deny you boarding on the outset.
Okay.
But it's going to be a lot more complicated to get through TSA. I wouldn't even take that at its word. I would just go get the real ID. If you look at your driver's license and it doesn't expire until 2029, I would go to the DMV and I would bring my passport or my birth certificate and all the other things that are required, look that up, and then go ahead and
So for this text, if you don't have real ID and you're going to Hawaii after May 7th,
right,
you may need your passport.
Right.
You
exactly.
probably will need your passport.
See, that shows you Dayton listens when I
do pay
speak.
attention.
I love that.
Don't always remember it, but this time I did. Hey. Okay, we are going to take a break. We'll take more of your calls and texts when we get back. 855-616-1620. It is a Fox World Travel Show, and we thank you for listening to WTMJ.
Hey, boaters! Some call them oddball parts, but we call them a huge part of our inventory. Dave Doro here from Kendor Marine. With thousands of boat parts and supplies stacked right here in our store, you won't have to look elsewhere. If you need it, chances are we got it, along with expert advice to get your job done right. Hey, boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Hey, boaters!
It's a boater's do-it-yourselfer's dream store. Kendor Marine stocks thousands of boat parts and supplies. Just about everything you'd ever need to keep your boat up and running. Whether it's common or something you think might be discontinued, you can bet on us having it. So don't be surprised when we have just what you need. I'm Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Is outdoor living limited at your place? Well, imagine a deck, a patio, pergola, fire pit, maybe even an outdoor kitchen in your yard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a local, family-owned company that consults, designs, and builds these things. They're the best. Let them make Outdoor Living Unlimited in your yard like they did in ours. We are Wisconsin. We live outdoors as much as possible. Make the most of it with help from Outdoor Living Unlimited. See OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
You're off to see the wonderful world, and then it's back to your own castle. Make sure yours is beautiful and up to date. Siding Unlimited, Wisconsin's best contractor for everything on the outside of your castle, welcomes you home to the best it can be. You should not have to worry about your home's integrity while you are away. Let Siding Unlimited ensure it with all the best exterior products. Hometown Siding Unlimited is recognized as one of the best contractors in America by the manufacturers of the nation's best products in siding, roofing, decks, and especially windows. They have the awards. Take the initiative, and Siding Unlimited will make you proud to come home every time, whether it's from an exotic tour or from the grocery store. Set up an appointment with Siding Unlimited for your castle renewal now, and we'll see you when you get back. Bon voyage from Siding Unlimited, and then welcome home. SidingUnlimited.com.
Before you pack your suitcase, hear from the experts. Here's more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Thank you for joining us. It's going to be windy today. Noon is when that warning should end for the high winds, and then partly cloudy. Showers this afternoon, changing to some snow tonight, if you can believe that. We're going to be at 61 today, and then snow possible tonight.
Hey,
Wisconsin.
Thank you, Wisconsin.
Get out of here. Go to spring break somewhere. We still can do that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you text FWT, you will not only get the Europe deals, but you will also get the last minute opportunities for those of you who are still looking to go April 1 and beyond.
That's a quick turn. I'm surprised you can do that.
But we're finding more and more people doing that, Dayton. They're not planning these things out months and months and months in advance. Clearly, they don't have kids.
All right, 855-616-1620. I heard that if you have a Southwest credit card, bags are still free. So people still wondering what's going on with Southwest.
So you just have to stay on top of this because we still don't know how much the bags are going to be. We still don't know what that assigned seating is going to look like that they announced months ago. What I'm reading with regard to the bags, because I am a Rapid Rewards Southwest Visa credit card holder. Okay. So I get some perks. I get a companion ticket once a year. I also get one time per year a free early bird check-in. And the way that works is you use the credit card for the early bird check-in, which is typically $25 a person, and then it credits it back on the credit card. What I'm reading and understanding is if you have a credit card, you are going to get one-time opportunity for a free bag. So I don't believe it's going to be that. A-listers. Now, A-listers are people that fly 40 or more segments a year.
So business travelers.
So business travelers are going to continue to have the rewards, and they're still going to get the perks and the bennies and all that kind of thing. Somebody else asked a really good question. Can you use your passport for Real ID? Yes. Can you use your military ID for Real ID? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure your military ID is actually, it's not like expired or something like that. But the Department of Defense, including those issued to dependents and retirees, are considered Real ID.
Okay.
All right.
So you're taking that to the DMV and you're upgrading, so to speak. You're renewing your license to get that little star on there.
Exactly. Unless you want to continue to fly with your passport.
Right, which
you can do. I don't hesitate to fly with my passport. Some people are concerned about that. I mean, I've got my license with me, but I just fly with my passport all the time.
So you think, I know this is fairly new, once I get the Real ID on my license, every time I renew it just will be there because I've already confirmed it's me and we're good to go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take our final break. When we come back, more of your calls and texts, 855-616-1620. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Your word is pacer.
Can I get the part of speech?
It's a noun.
Could you use it in a sentence, please?
While the Pacers seem tough, they're all just bench warmers in disguise. The Bucks and the Pacers face off in Milwaukee tonight.
Behind the back dribble. Lobs up top. And there's Sims for the hammer on the other side.
Our Bucks Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:30. We are the home of the Bucks. WTMJ.
So how is that possible? 1.9% real estate commission? There must be something you're not telling me.
I hear that a lot. The truth is, everybody could do it, but they choose not to because folks keep paying more than they have to. I guess they just haven't heard yet that Century 21 Benefit Realty can make that 1.9% real estate commission promise on the sale of your home and stick to it. So I'd like to think that's going to make your decision easy. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hey, John Mercure here for Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning. My reverse osmosis system in my house is fantastic. The water I drink, the water we feed the dogs, the water we cook with is crisp, clean, and clear thanks to Guthrie and Fry's RO system. It's technology that's been around for a long time, but it's the best in the business, and Guthrie and Fry will get it to you. It's affordable, it's effective, and you'll feel a lot better. It's all about the science. Southeast Wisconsin's #1 choice, and my choice is Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Take care of your vacation issues before you hit the road. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
One thing about Irish music, it's pretty fun.
Exactly. And you know what? Who doesn't like it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I might raise a pint or two on St. Patty's Day.
Of course.
Well,
you'll be out in spring
Monday.
training out there. Of course you're going
And
to
I'll
raise
be
it.
hanging out in Old Town Scottsdale looking for a St. Patrick's Day party because
There you
they
go.
block off the streets and they have some pretty fun parties.
Nice. All right. We did get a text here that says, is Sicily Malta, is that sold out?
No. So I went back to the people who know just because I didn't want to speak out of school. There are still several spots left on Sicily and Malta with this Steve Scafidi for October 3rd through October 16th. I keep forgetting about this one because we're like I think there's 6 seats left. I don't quote me on that, but I think there's 6 seats left. But we're moving forward to what he's going to do in 26. So I kind of put that on the back burner. So I'm sorry that I'm not mentioning that one a little bit more. Gene Miller's is sold out. That one
It
I
is.
100% can tell you that's sold out. But we've got some great things happening. A fascinating Poland with Diane Chachat. I'd go on that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, she's so fun.
She's so fun. Brews and Views, which is the Oktoberfest thing, the Croatia trip, the Best of Italy. I think there might be 2 seats on that. It was sold out forever, and now I think something open. And then you see the Christmas markets, which is Croatia, Slovenia, and Austria. A different way to do Christmas markets, not on a river cruise, but actually on a land tour.
Oh.
And once you get to our exotics, that's where you're going to see Morocco and Egypt and Costa Rica. And we put up the 26 South Africa and Tanzania because we launched that while you were gone.
Okay. So that was last week that
Yeah.
went up.
Yep.
For 2025 yet on the Tanzania one.
Yep,
So
there's nothing left on that one.
that one's done. So the new one on going in on 2026
is still available.
So you did
Yep.
launch a couple 2026s. Where's the rest
we
of them,
did.
Rose?
I know,
That's the
I
question.
know, Dayton. I wish I could just wave a magic wand and they would be there. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to be gone a lot. I'm just going to tell you. Colleen is filling in for me on the next 2 weeks because I'll be in Arizona.
Right. Yep.
I'm home for 5 days, and then I turn around and I go to the Galapagos. And Andrea, and then Andrea's bringing in Danielle the second week. So we've got Colleen, Andrea, and Danielle. And I feel like while I'm gone, even though I've been standing here taking the heat,
Yes, right.
they're going to get to do the launches. of the
Announce all
tournament.
these fun trips.
Yep.
So these pictures that are on the website for Africa and Tanzania, both of those are just majestic photos that I'm like, I should go there.
Well, and this is so great because Libby was on for you last week, and I let Libby know about this several days before we launched the 25 surprise. She was the first one to sign up, and I said, I feel like this is something you're going to want to do if you really are going to go in 25. It's sold out. And so when she was on last week, she let the listeners know, she's very open, that she was the first one to sign up, and she was glad she did because we had 14 seats thanks to African Travel. We got 2 more rooms, so we were able to accommodate 2 more singles, and that's why we are completely sold out. And so we're going with 16 people, and that is like the end.
And you know, a group like that is perfect, right?
Yes.
Because you get to know everybody. You're not waiting around for 30, 40 people to get on a bus.
No, and that's why we're working with African Travel with lower numbers because we want smaller amounts of people in those safari vehicles. We don't want to crowd you in. We want you to have a very, very good experience. And continuing to work with African Travel on the upcoming 26s is why we're doing that. So lots of that fun stuff going on. And I know a lot of people are begging us for when our Alaskas are coming out. Well, this should give you a hint. If Colleen Allsberg is going to be on in the next 2 weeks, what does that say?
I just think it's funny when I look at your website, my mom pops up in the rotation. It's so funny.
Well, because we take group photos and we do say on your disclaimer, we will be using this for marketing purposes, and nobody ever says no because they all have big smiles on their faces.
They're having a good time. They're on vacation. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. And so if you are looking for that perfect vacation experience, whether it's a group trip, whether it's on your own, whether it's you need some help with airfare, whether you need some help with Swiss rail passes, whatever it is, we are there to help you. We are your full service travel agency. We don't just do one thing.
Yeah.
We're not just Disney sellers. We're not just cruise sellers. Although if you call 866-GO-FOX-GO, you now have an opportunity to press 2, and then you will go into the queue where our cruise experts are located because cruising is coming so fast and so furious. So a lot going on in that world as well. So I'm sure also in the next several weeks we'll know when those Saturday hours are going to come to an end. But right now you've still got a couple of hours to talk to somebody and just get that conversation started.
And if I go to the website and I hit plan your trip down on the bottom right-hand corner, it's a little goldenrod colored tab.
Yep.
I fill out the information there. What am I putting in there that makes it the best use to get me to the right person?
Right. So first of all, the more specific you can be, the better. So where do you want to go? We get many of these that say somewhere warm, good beach. Okay, we need a little more than that. Can you give us any kind of idea of what when people say, I can go anytime, you'll say, well, okay, then how about we look at September because that's off season. Oh, I can't go in September. Okay, when can you go?
Yeah.
Let's talk about when you can go and let us know what you're looking for. Be specific. What we say is the who, what, when, where, and maybe even the why. Like how many people are going? Are there kids involved? Are there seniors involved? Are there mobility issues involved? Are you looking for 10 days? Are you looking for 20 days? What exactly are you looking for? That's the more you give us, the more we can help you.
So also under plan your trip, there is a chat now link.
Yep.
So if I go there, is somebody going to answer it 24/7?
Not 24/7, but
Okay.
if you see it'll say chat live, then you can actually talk to them as well.
And then the other one says schedule virtual appointment.
Yes, and I love that because we have a very, very veteran virtual team. That means they don't happen to be in one of our storefronts. That doesn't mean they're not a good travel advisor. It just means they just don't happen to live in one of our areas, and we wanted to use their expertise and capture them as one of our Fox family members.
Sure.
And so if you needed something, if you booked something with a virtual advisor and you needed something, you could always go into one of the offices. So say, for example, you booked an Alaska trip that has one of our red jackets.
Mm-hmm.
And you did that with a virtual advisor, they would say, well, what's the closest office to you? And you'd say, I'm closest to the Brookfield office. They'd say, we'll have your jackets at the Brookfield office. And worst case scenario, you're not near any of our offices, we will send it to you. So anything that you need, we can accomplish. I live in a virtual world. We learned that during COVID, didn't we? That virtual is the wave of the future. And so although many, many people do love going in and doing a face-to-face, it's perfectly good to do the virtual appointment or a virtual phone call.
Easy enough to do.
Yep.
Okay. So next week you're gone. You'll be watching baseball.
That's right.
Enjoying yourself. Colleen's on.
Yep.
You're thinking that this might be the next couple of weeks here where the big announcements are coming for 2026.
I have been first of all, sworn to secrecy, but second of all, I have been involved in many, many of the discussions about what we're doing for next year and how we're going about it for next year. And we're just about there. We're just about there.
I know this year, when you released 2025, there was a lot of unique destinations that I hadn't seen you do in a while, at least. Are we going to be surprised by some new ones coming up, you think?
I think you will, and I think you're going to be surprised that we're not just going to do the tried and trues. We've always done Best of Italy. We've always done Ireland Adventure. You know, we've always done a Rhine River cruise, and we've always done a Danube River cruise. I think you're going to be very surprised at some of the new things we're going to do because people are asking for it. They kind of they're loyal Fox fans and kind of been there, done that. We're running out of trips.
Yeah.
What else you have for us? And so the world is big. We're not on it very long. Let's see it all.
I did talk to somebody this week that I said I was going on the Best of Italy trip with Fox World Travel, and they said, We did that a couple years ago. It is our favorite trip we've ever done. So you guys must be doing it right.
We work with the vendors that we know are going to make our customers happy. We have partnerships with good tour operators, cruise lines, airlines, because we want you to have the best experience.
Well, and that's the thing with working with a travel agency like you guys. You've got those connections and you know they're legit. Somebody said on there, I see business class for cheaper online than the regular class. Is that true? Is that real? Who knows? I don't know what you're seeing on Facebook. You know that?
Exactly. I mean, I got a text from one of my former friends, guests on one of my trips that just said, our friends booked this cruise. We booked it through directly with them. I'm very confused about the air. And I said, just reach out to us. Yeah. Nobody's going to say, how dare you book your cruise with somebody else and now you want us to help you with your air? We understand that those things happen sometimes. Who am I actually flying? What is a code share? What's the difference between premium economy and business class? What's the difference between booking with a third party like an Expedia or any other online service like that versus booking directly with them and then booking with you?
Right.
Give me all those answers.
FoxWorldTravel.com. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you.
Danny Clayton and the crew from Annex Wealth Management in next.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma Brands.
Staying active essential for overall health.